Hi guys, it's me. Now I'm the Moonhog.
And it's me, Eugene the Wolf.
And we're here to make a tutorial on Anime Studio. We're going to show the most essential things. That's why the video is called Anime Studio for Noobs. You know, the most essential things of Anime Studio, what you need. And there's a call.
It's fun. Continue.
Okay. So, basic animation. The most basic animation, what you can do is this. How to draw. We're going to teach you how to draw, what a layer is, and the timeline. That's basically what we're going to do. So, yesterday, we actually made the tutorial, but the damn thing didn't record audio. And Eugene asked me, how do I do, like, special things, such as maybe background, well, not backgrounds per se, if not like objects, like, for example, blood, or beams, or, you know, attacks, and stuff like that.
Hadokens.
Yeah, Hadokens. Yay. Thumbs up for Hadokens. Anyways.
Hadoken!
So, it's actually pretty easy, though. You have these three main drawing tools: shapes, freehand, and add points. Basically, a very good selection for drawing is the add points. You would say freehand, but just look what it does. You can't get right shapes and everything, so what I do is add points. So, you have a line, you have this other line, and this other line. But say you want to make a shape. What's a shape? Well, a shape can be like this blob. To make the shape, you have to make all the points that you have connect, and it'll automatically make a shape. You can also make shapes by things like this. For example, if your points are connected but they're not in a shape, go to Create Shape or U, and then where it says up here Create Shape, or simply just hit the space bar. It'll create the shape. How to change the shape color? You pick it, and it's supposed to be squares, transparent squares, and color squares. To change the colors of your square, your shape, you go over here to Style. Fill is going to be the color that's inside. Let's make this red. And Stroke is going to be the outline. We can make this, I don't know, blue. Okay. To make the stroke with a longer width, you go here, line width, and you just type in any number you want, preferably with decimals as well. I like putting 2.33. That's my favorite. So anyway, how to make a basic one. To do this, however, you need a layer. How do you get a layer? It's actually called a vector. It says layer here, but it's a vector. There we go. That's how we make another vector. That's how we just do it. And if you want to make the same shape, but on another vector, you just duplicate the layer. And there you go. We have two of them. How to animate. The basic thing for animation is the timeline. Here is how basic animation is dealt. For example, this. You got say that you start here. Okay. So when you animate, you won't see a difference at all. So for example, this. There's absolutely no difference. So to animate, you go to whichever point in the timeline. For example, frame 24, which is the first second of the video of the animation. Say we make this longer, we make this shorter, we make it more of an oval. So what it does is this. It just makes it change shape. And, well, that's what basic objects are. They just change shape. For example, this. I'm sure a lot of you have been asking, what is this cross thing? That is what we call an origin. What are origins for? Origins are for the layers. For example, we can set the origin to wherever. It's preferably to set the origin at the middle of the object. For what? The drawing tools won't help us with the origin. What's going to help us with the origin is here, layer. So, do you notice how there's a line from the origin point to here? What this is going to do is exactly this. And I know what you're thinking. We can just do this with the draw tool. Well, actually, it's something very different. For example, this is actually used more to not translate the layer, if not the points. You're not supposed to translate the body with this tool. What you're supposed to do with this tool is change the points. And what this does is take it to another place. For example, this. You can also scale the points. Oh, actually this is a very good thing too. You can pick one point and scale that, but you know, you have to get a group. For example, probably this. Make this bigger, and in the layer it scales the whole thing. This is the exact reason I told you to put it in the middle, because if you have it, for example, over here and you want to scale this, look what it's gonna do. Yeah, you probably don't want that. So what you do is set the origin in the middle so that everything will grow.
And stay in one area.
Yeah, not like, oh, where'd it go? Where'd it go? I'm looking for it. Okay. And exactly, you can do the exact same thing with 2 points. You can scale it. You can rotate the points. Yay, thumbs up for rotating. And while there are certain things that aren't in debut and that are actually in pro, I still haven't figured these things out. I'm not going to explain that. This is just for, you know, beginners and stuff. The most basic animation. And I know what you're going to say. My first animation was a blob. But, yeah, that's how we all start out. I mean, well, if we want to learn. If we don't want to learn, then, you know, our loss. But, yeah, that's basically what it is. If you double-click it, you can, like, change the name. Blob. If you want to see how it's going, if you want to see what a certain frame looks like, press Control-R for a render. A render is how the frame is going to look in the animation. And if you want to keep all this stuff inside, this is obviously what this line's for, this blue line. So you'll see what part is going to be in the camera. This is how you manipulate the camera. That's easy. Zoom camera. I know what you're thinking. It's probably making the blobs bigger. Well, no, it's actually zooming the camera in, not making them bigger. It's zooming in. This is roll camera. Roll camera is like if you're rotating the camera. Here we got pan tilt camera. I think this isn't in debut though. It gives it more of a 3D effect. I think this isn't in debut though. So, sorry I forgot what I was on. I had to pause the video for a little. Anyway, I'm using Anime Studio 7 Pro. So, this pan tilt camera isn't in debut, I think. But anyway, that's basically what it does. Workspace, pan, the view, not the camera, zoom, rotate. This rotates the whole view, not just the camera. This is orbit. Okay. Never used that before. But like I said, this is pro, not debut, so. Well, that's basically what you want to do for basic animations with just points in Anime Studio. In our next tutorial, we're going to show you how to make a character, because I know everyone wants to do that. You know, how to add the bones and stuff. So, this is Nam the Moonhog.
And Eugene the Wolf.
Signing off.